Okay, so good day to everyone. We are finally back for another episode of our Laz-Talk podcast. In fact, this is episode 9, the season finale of our season 1. Okay,
Laz-Talk.
Laz-Talk, pew 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 pew.
Yeah, of course, definitely. Again, it's been some time because you've seen us because yes, we are very, very, very busy and very, very actually very tedious period of our last quarter of our year also.
And in fact, I think we have been busy with a lot of different events, also more of live streams. So finally, we finally have some leeway or some breathing space to conduct our final episode as well.
Yeah, of course. Again, of course, I think this episode is very important to really think that hey, like at the end of the journey, we suddenly just say today is we already reached the end of the year itself already. Which is one thing like also quite frightening that hey, suddenly this whole year has gone past just like this.
Yeah, in fact, time passed really fast because most of us are back in a work from home setting. Unfortunately, the virus hasn't really fully left the whole place yet. But yes, hopefully a full vaccine will be secured very soon. And then in fact, now the good news is that we are moving towards phase 3 already. And we've come a very long way. Remember at the start we have circuit breaker, then we have phase 1, phase 2, and finally phase 3, which is coming around 28 December.
Yeah, of course, 20 December, we increase your gathering to Apex. But of course, we still can't do our gatherings because the regulations for MICE events, which is actually the big events, are actually still very restrictive. Means that even if we get to do event, you guys have to sit still at a certain place which you can't move around and can't mingle around. So it won't be actually very something that you guys would have to think that all sellers really want in the event itself. But we continue to do our events online. And I'll continue to, of course, provide you the as and when the time arrives, we will definitely bring back offline events for you, just for you sellers.
Yep. So very soon, hopefully when the government regulations announce, then we can eventually move back to our very lively monthly seller gatherings. But for now, just bear with it, and then we'll just conduct everything online at the comfort of your home. In fact, you're listening to this at the comfort of your home as well.
Yeah. Now, of course, if you like our content, again, just to remember our YouTube channel, and then and subscribe to our YouTube channels. Really, to bring on and off, we still do it to bring you the best contents that are available from Lazada itself.
And in fact, I have something. Finally a giveaway that we have in stock for all the YouTube viewers, because we've done mostly of our giveaways in the Facebook group. So for now, I think since it's the final episode, I think might as well we just do something special lah. Okay, so this giveaway, in fact, you have to stay tuned throughout this whole podcast because I will be inserting a couple of secret keywords that will be appearing as part of the video. So once you, let's say, secure the keyword already, there will be a link that will be posted in the description later. So you just go to the link. It's by this software called Gleam. So go there and insert the whole keyword itself, and then you have to prove that you're a subscriber as well. So you just need to subscribe to the YouTube channel, or if you feel like it, just give us a like as well. Then insert the keyword, and then you might stand a chance to be one of the 5 lucky winners. We'll be giving away some Lazada vouchers for you to spend. So the top 2 winners will be getting a $50 voucher. And also the other 3 winners will be getting a $20 voucher for you to spend on the Lazada platform. So yes, do keep your eyes peeled throughout this whole podcast because you never know when exactly this secret keyword might appear in this podcast.
Wow. Yeah, just stay tuned to the end of the session itself because you have a chance to win our Lazada vouchers itself. Of course, I think talk about 202, I think one of the key things you really want to talk about is really the growth of the logistic network that we have in Singapore itself. I think one of the very big changes that we've seen, basically on how really e-commerce really grow. I think growth and of course grow and how the growth of e-commerce really due to the change of the new behaviors by the consumers, that consumers are now more accustomed or more used to buying things online. That's why even you go retail store, people are still buying, but they're not buying at the same scale as they are buying right now in online. Online has definitely seen a very big growth, and definitely the big growth itself definitely we need a growth in the logistics system. I imagine during April, May. Like every day I remember was a very chaotic day. Every seller was telling, hey, there's no pickup. Hey, my parcels are stuck somewhere. My seller is complaining and all this stuff. And really, I think it really come a significant way, a long way to really say, hey, our logistics system really improved a significant bit to really cope with the recent trends of mega campaigns itself.
Yeah, in fact, I think the transport side has done more relevant forecasts on the 3PL expected volume during all these mega campaigns. Yeah, I know like it did improve over time, but of course not everyone is perfect. There's still some hiccups here and there, but I think it's quite normal. Just don't worry, logistics system wise, they will be gradually improved to overcome these sort of challenges. I think it has really been improved to a point that it's quite smooth now. I think you can see from the different introduction of, let's say, if really the pickup didn't come at all, you're able to do like seller lodging at the various 3PL warehouses at a specific designated point of time and timing. So depending on whether you can self-lodge right away at there and they can scan for you. There is a way for you to sort of beat the SLA. And also a lot of different other stuff, for example, like to help if in case with all these mega campaigns, we also like sort of did some back-end extensions for you guys. You have a longer, two additional working days to sort of like RTS and make the status to ship. So these are just some of the ways we help you cope to overcome these challenges.
Yeah, now of course on the 3PL side, I think like of course there's some for the bigger sellers, they really accommodated some weekend pickups. And also I think recently we also launched that seller can actually change their 3PL on their seller center itself, which is launched I think just last week only. Something very new. I think you have a look. I think the overall message was that of course the growth of network was really very significant. Like we can see now, even though it's not perfect, but definitely it has gone a long way to really how EA has been from right now. And even I right now see that the prices of SingPost and even like 3PLs are definitely very, very, very close right now.
In fact, I think because back then I remember SingPost, you guys were commenting that it's around like 90 cents or just under $1 or so. But he has or rather they changed it a little bit to around 150 now for small packages. I think it's relatively close to our current 3PL charges of tier 1 around 249. Yeah, so I think with that in mind, I think if you really can, just try to bundle up more of your small items to sell it in larger quantities. And then that is why how you can overcome these challenges, or what if for your small items, single quantity, what if they choose the Ninja Van collection point? In fact, if you have more quantities itself bundled up, your cost margin might not be affected so much. And then you're also able to give them a traceable form of solution as well.
Yeah. And remember that if lost, right, at least there's a bigger liability against it.
Yeah. In fact, I think it has changed for quite a while already. So poster, there is no 3PL liability for that. So if it's lost or what, there's no more that up to $20 form of reimbursement. In fact, for the 3PL wise, you can already reimburse up to a certain amount. I think in fact recently we also raised the amount.
500.
Yeah. 500.
300.
It was originally 300, but then it was raised up quite recently to 500. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, for marketplace. For last ball, it still stays at $1,000.
So just something for you guys to take note of.
Yeah, of course. But again, really need to, of course, we need to thank the 3PLs for really working very closely with us to really ensure that they grow as well. They grow as well as they grow yourself to help you all guys pick your business and of course customer experience better, so that this results in what we call the change of the new norm itself. And also, I think one of the next thing that really happens happened this year was what we call the rise of digital content itself. So I think what you are seeing right now is one of the contents that we came up with during the circuit breaker. Is it circuit breaker or is it phase 1? I can't remember.
Around there, more or less the same. They are quite close together.
So yeah, of course, this is not the only content, but I think what really changed was that offline wasn't the key thing to be done. So we have to switch a lot to like live streams and also to bring about better contents. And we started try and error with like a lot of internal contents, and then we try to find different people to try to talk to us and to actually like try to bring it to a proper stream, and then and eventually like right now you see that we have a very big production. We have a production studio that we can do our own video production, and then we have a green screen and so I think we also gone a long way from just like producing. Like I remember last year we were still presenting like live streams with no background, with very poorly, with one camera and very minimal.
I think the very first lunch and learn live stream that we did, I remember it was just a phone, then we put at the corner, then we used one of the meeting rooms. We didn't even have a proper projector. We just tried to, from the phone, try to take the video of the PowerPoint slide, which was very blur. Then eventually we sort of level up a bit. We bought one of the software that we can do a simple picture form of showing and also a transition. I think that was about it until we really innovated during this whole circuit breaker itself. Then we started learning the whole OBS software and all.
Yeah, so for Stella, of course, like live stream is something that's here to stay lah. So if you are last more, and then if you are like you want to go into live stream, always think about signing up for UGC. Again, it's really not that hard to pick up lah. But again, because seeing our journey, we really went from like a handphone to a single camera to
multiple cameras.
And
then got green screen.
After that, I can't remember. I remember the fact that we were playing around, and at a certain point we were playing with multiple cameras and multiple laptops at one time, which is very stressful. If one of the item breaks up.
Yeah.
So right now, if one item breaks, at least we can easily trace the root cause of the root cause of the problem itself.
Yeah, and in fact, if you're a last mile seller, just like what Wei Lun said, go sign up for UGC, which is the user-generated content for last life. This is a time for you to really maximize on this additional benefit that you have as a last mile seller. And in fact, recently, I also conducted a class on how to really use the external production. I think Wei Lun did one earlier also. Then recently, I did one, which is for last mile sellers to view only on the Seller Center. So do check out on the Lazada University page. It's called the UGC Masterclass. I really teach the in and outs of how to, from a basic standpoint, how to use OBS to really elevate your live stream if you really want to do UGC.
Yeah, and the advice from us for Hao Yang and me is actually definitely top notch because we have done a lot of last live. We have done remote last live. We have done actual studio last live. We have done even our own hosting. We can tell you how to prepare best for, especially for last live. What are the things you really need to take note of, and what are to really like portray your items better in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think live stream, but our live stream itself also sellers. Yeah, we really come a long way, and of course, the numbers we see itself really a lot more sellers are coming to our live stream. But of course, we want more of our sellers to really, again, because the content we are bringing you to is really a very curated content that you sellers want to see, like digital marketing. We have from Omi Comms. We have like guest speaker like Omi Analytics contributed to us, and of course, we are definitely looking out for this kind more of this kind of contents or service providers who can talk to us and actually explain to you, provide you a new perspective of e-commerce itself.
Yeah, in fact, I think because most of you guys have really like leveled up from the quite long ago, whereby it was just mainly about adopting tools, just very basic form of e-commerce. I think more or less you guys are quite seasoned veterans already. So that's why we have to come out with more and more fresh content, collaboration with these different stakeholders to bring you like additional skills for you to level up your e-commerce form of knowledge as well.
Yeah, definitely. So we are really moved from just using the tools itself, but again, how to now is about utilizing and maximizing the usage of the tool itself. We have really moved on. I think e-commerce itself, just from the visual merchandising perspective, has already moved up a lot and actually advanced a lot since we actually come to circuit breaker. And because since we entered circuit breaker, more people are actually paying attention to their visual merchandising, like how their product description is being done, how their store is being done, and spending more efforts, and we can see significantly more investments and time has been spent on individual stores to grow their stores itself.
Yep. I think, okay, and more or less, maybe you just do a quick rewind of like the past form of campaigns that we see during this 2020.
Oh, that's a lot.
That's quite a lot. Just give them a quick, brief overview of maybe the mega campaigns and some of the A+ that we did.
Okay, I for sellers with the A+ is just the one tier below Mega, so it's still kind of big technically. So we have a few, namely a few. We have birthday, We have mid-year campaign. After that, I remember we had 77 SMO.
SMO, yes.
And then we have an 88 National Day campaign.
Oh, with MediaCorp, yes, correct.
Yeah. We have 99.
99.
We skipped 1010.
1010 was a very small one, yeah. 1010.
Oh yeah, there's something but just more like a BAU campaign. Then we have 11, our usual mega biggest sale of the year, 1111. And then we have in between, I think we have Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
Yeah. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, then followed by the recent 12/12 instead of like the usual 3 days campaign that we did for the last 2 years. I think this year was just a single day.
Yeah. And then after that, right now we have our year-end campaign that is running right now.
The year-end party, which will last from 24 all the way to 31st. So we are still in the midst of it.
Yeah. So again, you can even from our perspective, we see about there's really a lot of campaign that is being run in this year itself. Again, and we haven't even included like there's a lot actually like big campaigns that's being run by the academies themselves. Like this year, I think we have the Beauty Wellness Fest twice, and then we have a home and living fair once, and then we have like a few, I think 1 or 2 online tech shows in between.
I think total I can't remember, but there's quite a bit. Online tech show happens quite a bit throughout the year. I think like at least 4 times or something.
But so this time around we ran a lot of times. So excluding all these campaigns, we have the usual like the other category specific campaigns that are running. So there's really a lot of this kind of campaign that has been run. But again, the purpose of running all like why are these suddenly got pop up like 7788 all this is to really what we call fill in the gap lah. Because in between like I think when it came to 778 the period it was around phase one. So during phase 1 a lot of people are still buying online. So the purpose of this 7788 is to really drive awareness on like all the online itself, and of course get people to buy online, to get a first purchase online. And 88 is where we start to see our first collaboration with MediaCorp.
I think that's why you see a lot of those like TV ads that appear. If you are still watching MediaCorp on Channel 5, Channel 8, they are a form of extensive integrated channels. You can see a lot of these different marketing assets, marketing videos, and even on our app itself, there's a lot of collaboration. Even on the DJ side, the radio stations, I think we had this somewhat guess. There are some secret keywords or something that you can key in the keyword into Lazada app itself to formally regain a voucher. I think that was something cool and something new, like a treasure hunt like that.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we have multiple kinds of collaboration, like radio, TVs.
That's why the Last Live also. Last Live, you see more of their MediaCorp artists coming to do all the guest seat, or even some other form of live streams as well.
Yeah. So again, this year has been very transformative. Of course, it does breed what we call another behavior in consumers, where right now really consumers are really just looking out for the campaign days itself. They're like trained to look out for campaign days itself, which is not a very good thing. But of course, we will think about something else. Something will be announced next year along the line for this. Again, all this campaign has seen very transformative as well, because we see the collaboration. We seldom do see collaboration between like media partners as well into bring like combined platform and do media space, and then as well as combining different kinds of different forms of media. This time around, a lot of channels are being utilized to really spread the news about e-commerce itself. Okay, and really the role of Lazada, all this driving campaign is to really help the small businesses grow themselves.
Yep.
So if small business can grow, definitely Lazada can help you grow and get more jobs for our Singapore employees.
And in fact, I think something cool that we did, like we mentioned earlier, like 7/7, we did a seller mega offer, and then here and there will be some brand packages that brands can procure for marketing solution team, like the brand mega offer. I think this is just something new whereby you can see multiple sellers coming together for like SMO like coming together, co-share this form of funding. And then that's why you see, even though it might not be a mega campaign and all, but you see those different like, they even have bank vouchers, even additional platform vouchers form of supporting from our marketing side towards all of these campaigns. So you can continue to look out for that, because I'm sure it will be something that's here to stay.
Of course, there's was I think SMO and BMO. I think the difference is SMO is seller mega offer, BMO is brand mega offer. SMO is more towards the marketplace, but I think something is under review right now. It'll be launched again maybe next year. I don't know, but brand mega offer is something that's already there. So brands last month again last month only. Last month can buy certain form of small packages that includes like last life, CRM pushers and some stuff. I can't remember the exact details. You have to go and
like homepage banners take over, all this sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, there's tiers in it, but so it's good that you have a look and then buy something that can help you to really push your daily sales. Don't think about all these BMOs really help you to create awareness for your daily sales. If your daily is good, your mega is definitely a lot better.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, so maybe here and there we can sort of wrap it up. Maybe you can tell the audience a bit what can they really expect next year. Could it be more content, or is there anything new brewing for our Lazada University site?
Yeah, so definitely from Lazada University site, what we want to do is to really definitely what we say, bring you more partnerships, live streams with different form of partnerships to bring you different aspects, and of course live stream with more sellers, which will bring you another angle of how their job is being done, like the one with Tava earlier last week. These are really what the type of live stream that we're going to bring. But of course, not forgetting, we will of course bring you a new set of training curriculums that is under revamp right now, which will be released next year for our sellers to really teach you about new things. And we want to, as I mentioned, you guys have really leveled up from previously, but talking about just creation of tools. But right now, we want to talk about how to utilize the tools efficiently, and of course to grow a business in the right way. And then this is what we'll be focusing on for the next year perspective itself. But of course from the communications and of course from the community side, from how yourself, definitely I believe that he also bring you more different varieties of content through various forms of channels.
Yeah, we can expect more maybe video productions that I'm currently planning quite a few. There will be more for seller features, more of the form of like professional form of setting videos. Cause I know you might see some of my videos like within this YouTube channel. I already congregated it accordingly. Like they have the Fun Guys series, we have the podcast series, we also have the super serious series, which is like legitimate seller videos that are like really not joking around, but we are just try to film a side of the story based on their like seller journey and all. You can do expect more of that. I've already filmed a couple and I'm currently in some of the editing phases, so do expect more of this form of content. And then if here and there, if I just come out with just any idea just for the Fun Guys form of segment, more light-hearted form of content, then you can do expect that as well. Then they will be all edited in-house, and then maybe I'll try to just get more special guests to appear throughout all of these videos lah.
Yeah, so not to worry, we are already planning towards how next year is going to be, how exciting next year is going to be with all the new sellers or even all the veteran sellers on board. E-commerce is going to see another strong year ahead next year. Well, it's going to be impactful as well in terms of the growth of Lazada itself. Right. I think that's all the contents we have this time round. So again, so I think before I end, how can you just mention about the contents again?
Oh yes, okay, so for this contest, yes, if you have listened throughout this whole podcast itself, on the screen itself that you see on this YouTube video, okay, there will be certain keywords that will be appearing randomly throughout the podcast. I think I'll just add in an additional sound effect when it happens as well lah. So maybe it might appear 4 to 5 times throughout the video. I'll insert it throughout. So once you get the keyword, take it down, then you'll go into the link within the description below. It will be under the Glimpse software. Click on it, just key in the necessary information and also insert the keywords itself. And you will stand a chance to win either the top 2 will be a $50 Lazada voucher, and then the other 3, there'll be 5 winners, okay, 3 more will be winning $20 Lazada voucher. So once you have sort of done all the requirements, I'll be doing a random live draw, and then I'll contact the winners directly to give you your voucher codes right away. And also before I wrap it up, I think just want a quick reminder for all the sellers out there. Chinese New Year campaign, which is the very first form of like A+ campaign happening in 2021, has already been open. if you guys didn't know yet, within your campaign management portal in Seller Center. And then so the quick reminder is that the deal submission will close on 15 January 2359. And this campaign will not be a one-day campaign. It will last more or less like a week. So the campaign will run from 17 all the way to 24th of January. So do look out for that. Apart from the main submission for campaign, the Flexi Combo or even the free shipping campaign and the voucher campaign for this whole Chinese New Year has also been open. So if you're looking for more visibility touch points apart from setting your own mechanic, just do feature your form of special promotional mechanics within this campaign itself.
Yep. So remember, join our campaign, join our contest, join everything that we tell you to join. And stay tuned to our. And again, this is the last episode of the 2020. We will hope to see you again in 2021 with brand new content as well as brand new topics as well.
Okay, so see you guys. This is the end of our final podcast episode that we started a while ago. So thank you for tuning in to us, and we will see you again in season 2 very soon. Bye bye.
Okay, bye bye everyone.